Well, I just made a batch of hot sauce. I rated about 4 out of 10 on the heat scale. Absolutely delicious though. So here's the video. Hope you enjoy it. Fresh chilies, all different types, big Jim, cayenne, some jalapenos, and also I pulled out of the freezer some different ones. These are Serrano, and there's some more frozen red jalapeno. I'm going to give it about half an hour, let them thaw a bit, and then I'll chop them all up and I'll start making my hot sauce. So this is a mixture of hot peppers to make a hot pepper sauce. See you soon. Right, I'll show you how these are fresh chilies, so how do I take most of the seeds out of the fresh chilies? I'll just show us, just simply cut down the middle. Now you can use the spoon, but if you're any good with a knife, you'll make it a lot quicker, believe me. So you can see all the seeds are gone. I've already started on most of the fresh ones there. Okay, I've cut up the jalapenos, some of those frozen jalapenos, some fresh ones, and the rest big jam, cayenne, and a few others, but I'm making a mixed chili sauce. It'll be about medium hot. Got some jars there. I'm going to use a little bit of apple cider vinegar, a bit of honey, a little bit of salt, a bit of raw sugar, and I'll add a tin of chopped tomatoes to the mix, sort of like a base. So these are ready now to go into the pan. Okay, we'll get started. I'm late, so we're going to have about a medium, a little bit higher than medium heat. Going to put some olive oil in, probably a couple of tablespoons. Now there's a lot of chilies. I'm going to turn the extractor fan on because the fumes will kill me. Maybe I'll zoom this out a bit, just a bit. There we go. Right, so I will actually put the chilies in very shortly because it's heating up nicely. Okay, here we go. So that's the mixture of all the chilies. That's probably going to need 10 or 15 minutes till I start adding some other ingredients. So I'll just cook this down. I won't leave the camera on for that time. We'll come back in about 8-10 minutes and have a look. It's been about 7 or 8 minutes. You see some of the liquid coming out of the chilies now, or peppers, some people call them. So I'm happy to start adding some other ingredients now. I'm going to add about a teaspoon salt at this stage. Add about a tablespoon of raw sugar. Also going to put in a couple of teaspoons of garlic. Add about half a cup to a cup of apple cider vinegar. I'll just show you what that is. Okay, about half a cup. Okay, a little bit of a stir. The smell is absolutely sensational. Beautiful. It's a mixture of chilies. You can do separate, you can do like your cayenne pepper separate, you can do jalapeno, I wanted to make a mixed one. Just like they do with wines, they mix wines together. See, that's just simmering away nicely now. So I'm going to add a tin, as I always do, a tin of finely diced tomato. It's like a base for the sauce. And we'll just keep this going on a fairly warm, a fairly medium to high heat, just for about another 5 minutes. And then I'm going to reduce it down and lower the temperature so it just simmers, and probably go for about another 15 or 20 minutes after that. So what I will do now is just let that simmer away. It's boiling away, and I'm going to give it a couple of minutes and I'm going to put it down to a low simmer. We'll come back after about that 15 to 20 minutes and I'll show you the next step. Okay, we're about 10 minutes into that process, and I'm now going to add pure Australian honey. Probably about 2 tablespoons. And we're going to let this simmer again for about another 10, maybe even 15 minutes. Then when that's finished, everything will be ready to be processed, and I'm going to blitz it and also put it through a sieve. So another 10 minutes and we'll come back. Okay, we're just about there. What I'm going to do is just leave that for about another 3 or 4 minutes. I'm going to turn it off, and then I will let it cool down for about 30-40 minutes before I blitz it. So when that happens, I'll come back and show you. Okay, we're now going to blitz it. Be very careful with these things, they'll rip your fingers off before you even know it. Okay, I'm going to put it in the middle, I'm going to give it a bit of a twist, and it should do it. You don't have to do this. So if I turn it on, that might help. Okay, without boring you, I'm going to probably do this for about a minute or 2, so I'll come back when I've finished doing that. Alright, we've actually now finished blitzing it. You can see the consistency. Now you can just bottle it like that if you want it, with all the seeds, but there's little bits of skin in there, and I like to filter it, so I'm going to use this sieve. Just put a bit in there, and each time I shall run it through like so. And it will take a while, probably about 5-10 minutes to finish doing all of this. But I'll just quickly show you, just with this batch, what you end up with. So I've not finished doing that, but let me just show you. That's what you end up with. That is delicious. Alright, let me finish that, and then I'll come back and show you how I put them in the jars. Alright, I'm just about finished. Just showing you what's left after I sieve all this through. You'll see little bits of skin, loads of seeds. And I'll show you what is left of all this. Just give me a sec. Okay, that's the sauce. This is all finished, and this is all the bits and pieces that I sieved through. Okay, loads of seeds and bits of skin and that. Like I say, you could put that in the sauce if you wanted to. I don't like it like that, so I had mine filtered. Right, we'll bottle this up now. Here we are now going to fill up these jars. The funnel. The frame there. And yes, you'll probably spill a little bit. That's okay. These are ½ litre jars, so it's a good quantity of sauce. that one. Okay. Let's do the next jar. Put a lid on that. Okay, that's one. I'll probably get at least 4 jars like this, a couple of litres. And I've already tasted it, it's yum. For me it's about medium hot. Some of the chilies that went in there were on the Scoville scale, probably about 80 to 100,000, not super hot. Jalapenos are only between 4 and 5,000. Should do that. So that's really it. It's pretty simple, and you don't have to do it exactly like how I did it. A lot of people do a lot of different methods. But there you go. That is a half litre. I don't know what that is in ounces. I'm guessing 10 ounces, maybe 12 ounces. And this will last for quite a long time. I'm going to put these in the fridge. I've still got some of them last year, but I enjoy making my own sauces. So if you want to give it a go, you've got the basics of how I do it. If you change it a little bit, that's okay. And if you have been, thanks for watching.